So pretty much have been said about this NAP. What I understood from NAP is it gives a lot of flexibility both to the students and to the institutions. Students, again, they can choose their courses, they can select their courses, they can design their degree. And institutions like will have the flexibility to give that particular degree which has been chosen by the students. So, in higher education, what we talk about is it's about the multidisciplinary approach for holistic development, and then second thing is the multiple entry and exits that we are talking about. So, in this for these things, the dual degrees and the academic, bank of credit or the credit transfer that we are talking about will play a major role. Dual degree, what we understood, now that when student will have the flexibility to choose their one degree of their interest, they may not go for 2 degrees simultaneously, but what they will be interested in, they will be interested in a let's say a degree in dual degree like BTech MTech, or like integrated MSc program, integrated MTech program, MSc Tech program, joint MTech PhD programs like this. And when you have the multiple entry and exit options, particularly when you have exit options, you have enrolled in a particular course called, let's say, dual degree BTech MTech program, then you will have the flexibility. You can go out in the second year, you'll get a certificate for that, and for that, what sir said is, the acceptability from the industry or the jobs, givers has to be there. And in order to achieve that thing, we have to include those, in industries or the organization who are giving jobs in our curriculum development as well. So not in terms, at least they can offer a part of the degree, a particular course. Like for example, let's say we are designing a course on MI or any energy based renewable energy. So partly the theory part, classroom teaching can be given by the student faculties, and the practical aspects that has to be tied up with the industry who will give them they will be involved in this particular process, so that they at the latter point they should not have the problem. Now coming to this credit transfer thing. Now credit transfer will have it's a kind of what we call it as academic block of credit, credit. So or ABC, as it is called by UGC. So that will be a kind of repository, virtual repository, where your credits will be stored, and there. But the problem there is, now how let's say you have a certain number of credit which enabled you to get a certificate degree, let's say, or enabled you to get a diploma degree, but when you are going to other institution and you are going to join in the second year or third year, then the other institution where you are going to join, they should accept the degrees. That is the therefore this universal culture that, or the Indian government, what it is saying, that instead of having so many categories of institutions, what they have planned is they will have the institutions, teaching based universities and research based universities, and the research based universities, they will what they are calling it as MERU, multidisciplinary educational research universities. So they will have all the branches in them, so that student will have the opportunity to choose between inside the institutes at least, and then they will have when they are designing their own degree, so they can they should accept the credits that are being stored by the student in their academic block of credit. Now coming to this, how our institution, my institution is called Indian Institute of Petroleum Energy. It is an institute of national importance. It has been enacted by the Act of Parliament, and it is at par with IITs and IIMs. So it is under the Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas. So currently we have 3 programs mainly: BTech in Petroleum, BTech in Chemical, and PhD in all these basic science branches and all these things. And the programs which are coming up here is Energy Engineering, Applied Geology, and Mechanical Engineering. So these are the programs which are coming up. and this institute is pretty new. Okay, and in order to have this joint programs, joint degree programs, like we have started with joint PhD programs with foreign universities. For that we have signed MOUs with University of Houston and University of Texas and AM. And currently, as I am speaking here, we are my team is already discussing with a group of universities of Norway, which is being led by the University of Bergen, for this possible collaboration, where we can offer the joint PhD program in the beginning, and gradually we will start giving these programs. Now the other implementation plans what we have planned is, we have planned 3-year MSc Protect program, where student will have the option of exit at the end of 2 years, so they can have the they will get the degree of MSc, and when they complete the 3 year they will get the MTech degree. So second thing is, the for BTech program also we have the multiple exit and entry program. That is, we have we have planned to give the names as certificate program in basic science, certificate program in engineering sciences, then diploma, then the BTech degree. Now we have the MTech research program. That is, we can also call that joint MTech PhD program, where the first year they will do the coursework, and next year they will have to do the project. And if they don't, let's say, do not want to continue after first year, they will get a degree, that MTech without thesis. And then if they are getting, let's say, want to go out after second year, then they will have to they will get the degree MTech with thesis. And after that, it will be like they will have the option of getting the PhD degree as well. They can convert this their research work to to get the PhD degree also. So apart from this, we have also adopted this online programs, where now these people particularly from industries who cannot come to colleges, institutions, even for their coursework for the PhD degree, then for them actually this kind of online coursework programs.
And all. Sir, you have 2 minutes more.
Sure. So these things, these online programs, which is now this pandemic has taught us, almost all the universities, how to do this online thing, and it is being adopted pretty good. And another thing which we are planning is accepting the international students. So this is also being discussed in our Senate. So we are going to first we'll start with the research, then we'll take the student in MTech and master level, and then so this is how our institution, that is Indian Institute of Petroleum and Energy, we are planning to implement NEP. And so thank you for having me, and thank you Hans India for organizing this particular conference.